There are far, far better things ahead than anything we leave behind.
Hello, you guys. I'm Rooja Desai. I'm the founder of Caterpillar Image Consulting. As a child, I grew up in a really small town of Gujarat. In fact, I wouldn't even call it a town. It's more like a jungle situation because my parents' house is in the middle of like hundreds of plants and trees and flowers, so I'm like a 100% flower person. But at the same time, I lived in an extended family situation, so I grew up in between 20 plus people living under the same house. I have always been my grandparents' favorite child, and in fact, I still am. And they have pampered me and ruined me and made me a brat. But I'm still very sincere. So my school was like 20 kilometers away from home, which meant my day looked like going to school, coming back home, doing my homework, reading my books, and spending a lot of time with my family members, which I thoroughly enjoyed. But this totally changed when I shifted to Vidyanagar to pursue my graduation, and I made up a lot of new friends, and I started also spending a lot of time with them, which also I thoroughly enjoyed. So I came to realize that I love spending a lot of time around people. After my graduation, I decided to pursue chartered accountancy, so I shifted to Surat and I started working with a CA firm. So when I studied it, I really enjoyed it. But when I started actually working with them, I started questioning every day whether this is something that I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And I wasn't really very sure. But while I was still questioning all of these things, I met this really interesting guy and I decided to get married to him. And I shifted to Mumbai with an absolute uncertainty about my career, with no friends here and very few relatives. All these things coming together took a really big toll on my mental health, and I slipped into depression. And it started to feel like I had no self-confidence, no self-esteem, and just like I was at the end of a tunnel where there was no light, it was just darkness. I started to feel like I wouldn't be able to do anything in life. But at the same time, I would always try and remember what my grandpa always says. Like, he always says that you need to be brave. He says, no matter what the situation is, you can always get out of it. You just have to be brave enough to face it. So with that thought, I started trying to explore new things and I started trying to figure things out. And I luckily came across ISIM and I got an opportunity to meet with Sonia, and I took up the course that they had to offer about image management, and I am so grateful that I did it because it helped me with my own self-confidence and my own self-esteem, and today I help people with the same things. With Sonia, I got to get mentored by her, I got to learn from her, and every day like she has pulled me up. Every time I said that I couldn't do something, she would literally pull me up and get me ready for every day, for every task that I have to do. And I'm so grateful that I got to learn so much from her, from ISIM. And today I run my own business at Caterpillar Image Consulting. I work as the program mentor and faculty with the Indian School of Image Management and as the associate editor of the AICI Global magazine. And now I rise.